Hey there, I'm Kevin, that one kid, and I've got a question for you. What do you think about the supernatural? Ooh, you know, ghosts, demons, possession, hauntings, all that good stuff. Actually, what do you think about all of the above mushed into one tiny, terrifying little package? You know, like a doll? That's right. As you've probably guessed, today I am going to be discussing Annabelle, the infamous, seemingly possessed Raggedy Ann doll. Ed and Lorraine Warren obtained a number of objects that were cursed, haunted, possessed, etc. during their time as paranormal investigators, but one of the most notable objects was a Raggedy Ann doll named Annabelle. The infamous doll was originally given to a student nurse named Donna for her 28th birthday by her mother, and it was put in the apartment belonging to Donna and her roommate Angie. At first they would set it on the living room sofa, but it would always seem to get to impossible places, such as in their bedroom and behind locked doors, despite the fact that neither one of them had moved it. Afterwards, they would often find pieces of parchment paper strewn throughout the apartment with the phrase "Help me" written on them. This was extremely concerning, considering that the two did not own any parchment paper. One day, when Angie's boyfriend Lou was over, he fell asleep, as you do. And, well, when he woke up, he felt a pain on his chest. Curious, he decided to investigate. And when he looked at his chest, he saw bloody claw marks, almost as if he had been attacked by a wild animal. After this incident, Donna and Angie called in a local medium who claimed that the doll had been possessed by the spirit of a young girl named Annabelle Higgins, who had died in their apartment complex. The medium claimed that Annabelle was peaceful and that they should leave the doll in their apartment. Yeah, this was not the right call. Rather the opposite, as from then on, the hauntings only occurred with more and more frequency as well as intensity. The two women then called a priest to bless their apartment, who in turn contacted the Warrens, as he believed that a demonic entity could be involved, which the Warrens confirmed. The Warrens would choose to come take Annabelle with them to their home, also known as the Warren Occult Museum in Monroe, Connecticut. This was supposedly an extremely dangerous car ride back, as their car would shift, turn off, the brakes would not work, and more problems occurred when they drove. It was only when Ed pulled over and sprinkled holy water around Annabelle that they were able to make it home safely. Once they made it home, they placed Annabelle in a glass case with a label that reads, "Positively do not open." The Annabelle the doll seemed to be out of commission until a priest came to the museum and mocked Annabelle, claiming that her power was no match for that of the power of God. Afterwards, when the priest was driving his car, he got into a traffic accident, but he was lucky. He kept his life. Others would not share the same fate. In another incident, a rowdy man and his girlfriend would visit the museum. The man seemed undisturbed by the objects on display and even got up close and personal with Annabelle, knocking on her case and taunting her. The two were asked to leave, and they did so, driving away on the man's motorcycle. However, later they got into yet another traffic accident, with the woman being wounded but keeping her life. The man was not so lucky. He died. This was viewed as Annabelle's first murder. For such a small object kept in a glass case, Annabelle has certainly made a name for herself. She has made movies. She's had movies made about her. There have been rumors concerning her escaping. Don't worry, these have all been debunked. And while the Warren Occult Museum was still up and running, people would flock there to see the legendary doll. However, is she legitimately a possessed doll that has the power to harm and even kill people? Or is it a hoax that the accidents surrounding her are just that, simply tragic accidents? That is for whatever is seemingly possessing Annabelle to know, and for us to figure out, or to wonder more accurately. Well then, now that we've talked about all this, enjoy the idea of a possessed doll that will leave you spooky notes around your house, scratch your guests while they're sleeping, and likes playing Mario Kart with your car, but really needs to get a driver's license. Or maybe they just don't care about the rules of the road. That's all for now. Kevin, that one kid, signing off. Boom!